Thank you very much, Jagan ji, for joining us. You've been very quiet in the last 5 years since you took over. Perhaps this is the first time you're coming on television in these 5 years. Is it that you've learned that the only way to be in politics is to let your work do the talking? Is that how you have seen yourself? Why have you been so silent in the national media? It almost seems as if you made Andhra Pradesh the space where you want to do all your work and prove yourself.
As you, in fact, I'm glad that a team of India Today journalists have visited our schools, have seen what's happening there. And that I'm really glad about that, because no matter what I speak, it is only when you see what has happened, only then you get a sense of what had been done. So I'm happy about that.
Because the reason I ask is, one of the charges made against Indian politicians in general and Indian governments in general is we don't invest enough in education. In fact, education and health, which really are critical to building a better society. So is this a shift that you're trying to make in the way you see governance when you say that you want to put Andhra Pradesh on the map when it comes to education by bringing in new technologies, by trying to bridge the divide between rural and urban students, between government schools and private schools? Is this something close to your heart, or do you believe every politician now needs to look at education as their number one priority sector?
In fact, Rajdeep, the only way we can at some stage think about removing poverty or eradicating poverty, the only way, I strongly believe, is by quality education. A right to education is no longer the buzzword. A right to quality education should become the buzzword. What is the point in bringing up an education system where the poor get to study something else, where the rich study something else, where the poor get to study only Telugu medium, where the government schools only teach Telugu medium, whereas the aspiration and whereas the rich who can afford get to be educated in English medium. So if that were to be the divide, then that division between the rich and the poor would never be wiped out. It would continue until and unless with what the rich could afford. That is where these changes have originated from that thought. In fact, if I would want to see my government children, the downtrodden children, get the same education as my own children would get, or probably your own children would get, or probably any of the affluent class parents would provide for their children.